Okay, so hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of AI and Oats, which is my daily show where I answer some AI questions and talk about some pieces of AI news. But if you're new, welcome. Who am I? Well, my name is Alistair. This is my YouTube channel where I teach people how to use Claude Code and Codex for knowledge work and business use cases. But I also run an AI consulting and training company called Ducks, and so if you own or run a business and you'd be interested in implementing AI to grow your revenue, please get in touch through the link in the description. And I also have a school community where I go into even more detail about the actual skills and systems I use in Claude Code and Codex, and the link for that is in the description too. But now that the preliminaries are out of the way, let's jump into the questions. So, the way this works is during the day I have a Codex automation that goes and searches kind of various forums and news sites and puts together this slide deck of interesting AI questions or topics, and then I come and answer them or just ramble about them. Right, Claude Design to Claude Code workflow is breaking down on large production projects. How are you handling this? I will be honest, I for a while did not use Claude Design because I thought Claude Design couldn't really do anything that Claude Code couldn't. I then realized that that was probably slightly wrong, and I actually think that Claude Design did have some kind of, unique capabilities, but I still didn't use it tons. However, recently, because I agree, there have been instances where I have designed something in lots of detail with Codex, and then tried to take them over into Claude Code, and it just wasn't able to replicate them to the same standard, really. And these were interfaces or mock-ups for a kind of app or web app and that sort of thing. But generally it's fine, but these were quite very super detailed, cinematic almost things, and it struggled there. However, I feel that the new Claude Design skill has somewhat fixed this, and I know I spoke about it in another video, and when I was editing that video, when Codex was editing that video, it told me I actually showcased the wrong skill. I'm not sure I did showcase the wrong skill, because when I went back and then used what was supposedly the new skill, it was pretty much the same thing. But the new /design skill, or there's also one called canvas design in Claude Code, is very good at kind of doing what a lot of the design work Claude Design could do, but now doing it natively in Claude Code, so you don't have to import it from one to the other. I do believe there was a way that you could certainly build a design system in Claude Design and then import it into Claude Code, and I imagine you can still do that. I never did it myself because I just built my own design system natively in Claude Code. Whether it was as good as what I would have got out of Claude Design, I don't know. That's the thing with me. I'm quite skeptical or quite hesitant to move to new Claude or new Anthropic product offerings, really, because I feel like anything they build, a lot of the stuff they build is just wrappers on top of Claude Code. That's what Cowork is. That's what I interpreted Claude Design to be. Whether I was fully right about that or not, I'm not certain, but the fact that they've now introduced new design skills into Claude Code has sort of mitigated that perhaps misjudgment on my part. And so I'm quite a slow adopter of anything outside of Claude Code when it comes to Anthropic, in a way. Because I feel like Claude Code is still their most powerful technology that often underlies and drives all their new product releases anyway. So that's just my take, is I feel like stick with Claude Code, but the new design skill does sort of solve some of these issues. OpenAI is building AI agents for everything. Will everyone use them? I'm not sure they are necessarily building AI agents for everything, in the sense that OpenAI don't have as a product offering, as far as I'm aware, a marketing agent, a sales agent. What they have is they're kind of building Codex into an everything app where it has your browser in it. You can kind of it can use a computer for you. You basically never have to leave your Codex app. Now it's not even called Codex, it's just part of the ChatGPT app. And so, but the idea of if you just take agents as being different Codex sessions, then I guess they're kind of expanding it to where you can use Codex pretty much for most things, certainly for knowledge work and coding and whatever. And I do think that everyone pretty much will use agents for everything. I think we're probably there already for some people. I firmly believe that you will not have to work in really more than one app, and that app will be your agent management tool, and it probably won't even be working at your computer. You'll be working on your phone, and eventually through your glasses or something, and you'll just be doing whatever wherever. and just speaking to some device and telling it, and just managing agents that way. I mean, that's already kind of what I do during the day. I'm just on my phone. If I'm out and about, I'm just on my phone speaking to Codex, and Codex is running on my laptop at home, working locally on my laptop, using my computer, doing things. I never have to leave Codex. So that's the thing. I think it is becoming an everything app, and I think that is exactly how some people are using it already, and how many more people will start to use apps like Codex, like Claude Code, in the near future. And yeah, I think you will have agents for everything, and like agents that are kind of, and I think there's Mark Zuckerberg came out with an interesting kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, essay on this topic more or less a couple of weeks ago, about the idea of like, well, it was covered various things, but one of his points was like everyone will have a super intelligent agent that knows their goals and knows basically everything about them. And yeah, I think that we're like not super far away from that. I mean, there are some questions about like how much information should your agent have. I lean more towards the side of that you probably want your agent to have like, I'd be happy for my agents to know pretty much everything they could about me in many ways, because I feel like that is actually how they're going to get you closer to your goal. I know some people wouldn't feel comfortable about that, but I feel like people will be having these kind of super intelligent agents that are almost a clone of their brain in terms of their knowledge and understanding of their life, and have the same kind of goal alignment, and are essentially, extremely high level intelligence, if not super intelligence. And these will just kind of do everything, not for you, but with you, basically, or for you. And so the idea of agents for everything, will everyone use them? I think yes. What this references specifically in terms of OpenAI, I don't know. If it does just mean the kind of varied capabilities of Codex, then perhaps that is what it means. And yeah, I do think that you will just work in one everything app very soon, if you don't already. I mean, I would argue that I already do, and that quite a lot of people already do, but, well, not quite a lot of people. A certain small subset of the population who is very AI pilled already do. But yeah, although who knows, maybe I'm disproving my own theory by presenting an HTML slide deck not directly in Codex. Maybe I'm going to have to start making these videos directly in the kind of Codex preview browser. Alright, I think that is going to wrap it up for today. Apologies that it was a very short video today. Hopefully there were one or two useful elements in there. But yeah, if you did find anything remotely useful, I would appreciate it if you subscribed, because I promise that the majority of the time I have more interesting content in these daily videos than I did today. But yeah, just to mention again, if you own or run a business and you want to grow your revenue, and you're interested in doing that through AI, then feel free to get in touch through the link in the description. Or if you're just a knowledge worker of any form and you're interested in setting up Claude Code or Codex to be maximally aligned with your goals, as we were just discussing, and build out your own AI operating system within them, feel free to get in touch and I can help you out with that. Or if you're interested in our school community, the link for that is in the description too. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, everyone. Apologies for a shorter episode, but I will see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.